Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, we're going to talk about dating someone with kids. Okay, now you have probably found yourself in this situation at one point or another. Now, first we're going to talk about the men dating women with kids, what you need to know. Okay. Number one is go in the situation realizing that the other parent may be somewhere local. Understand? Which means that if you're going to be dating this woman and she has children, the children's father could be on the scene, which means that at one point or another, you will probably run into each other. Now it can be a tricky situation. In my opinion, I think it's better to keep the kids away from your date until you really, really, really get to know him and really comfortable around him. I'll tell you why. And this can go with the men. You know, I started off with the men, but it can go with the women too. It's not a good idea for your children to get involved with your date because if it doesn't work out, now your children are upset if they have gotten closer to a person that you're dating. And on the other hand, you really don't want your children to see so many people coming in and out of your life. That's not a good thing for the children to experience. Now, if you are a man with daughters and you're trying to date, it's according to how old your daughter or daughters, how old they are. Because daughters are very close to their fathers, normally. And daughters may feel some kind of way when the father decides he wants to date someone else. Maybe the marriage didn't work out, or maybe the wife passed away, but yet the man may want to date, and his daughters may feel some kind of way. Like I said, it's according to what age they are. If they are a certain age that they can understand what's really going on, I think it's a good idea for you to sit down with your daughters and talk to them. Talk to them and let them know that you may be interested in seeing other women. You need to hash this out with your children before you do it. I tell you why. I think it can be quite upsetting for children to see, especially little girls, to see their father with another woman without any forewarning that this was going to happen. And a lot of people, unfortunately, just engage with people and don't give it a second thought of how the children are going to feel about it. And I'm telling you, the children can react in some devastating ways because of this. And even with the young boys, if their mother is going out trying to date somebody else and their father is still around, they can cause a ruckus. They really can. Children can cause a big strain on you trying to date if they are opposed to it. Now, I know some people who date and they don't care what their children think. Well, well, uh, many of them have had trouble with their kids because of it. The kids will retaliate in several different ways. You know, they may become violent to other people. They may do self-harm to themselves because a lot of times children don't know how to handle this. You understand? Children want their parents to be together. It makes them feel secure. It makes them feel happy to know that their parents love each other and the parents are together. But there are times when these relationships just don't work out, and the children are the fallout. The children are the fallout. When I decided to date and I was raising my boys, I had boys, I didn't have girls. I tried to discuss with them, that who these people were and dating. But I'm gonna tell you, when I was dating and my children, I made a mess of it. I'm going to be very transparent here. I made a mess of it. I just didn't know any better. And a lot of us don't. We just go out and feel like, we could date. We have children. Who knows? You may be trying to find a mate. You see, you may be trying to find a mate to help you raise your children. But it's important, number one, that you keep that person away from your children until you have time to talk to your children about it. Don't just bring these strange people into your home and introduce them to your children. And the children are not ready for it. Sometimes we just think that because they're children, they don't understand. They can adapt. But a lot of times they don't. They don't adapt the way that we feel like they should. Children seem to be more advanced than they were when I was growing up. They know a lot more things. And the images in their little heads of their parents being with other people can really destroy them. It can destroy your children. That's why I say to take your time. Think about these things and be careful. Another reason why you want to be careful dating when you have children is you may attract the wrong person for you and your children. He could be a narcissist. He could be a psychopath. He could be a sociopath. You understand? And it can go for the men too. Dating women. You can't bring everybody around your children. You understand? Children are innocents. They are innocent. And everybody does not have good intentions. They may not have good intentions for you. They may not have good intentions for your children. And another thing, listen to your children. Listen to them. If your children say something negative about somebody that you're trying to date, you need to pay attention to it and not just disregard it and act like, children don't know what they're talking about. Children know a lot. And many times, children will let you know what's going on, but parents, because we're so bogged down with other things, other obligations and responsibilities, sometimes we don't listen. We don't listen to the children. You understand? God forbid you have somebody to come in there and molest your children. That's why I say keep your children away from these people until you absolutely know them and feel comfortable around them and you feel like you can trust them. Now, in dating people, you know what? I think you need to get some references. When you think about dating people, you need to find somebody that knows these people and see what they have to say about them. You understand? You can't bring everybody into your life. You have to be very discerning about that because everybody doesn't have good intentions. Different people have different ways of raising children, and be careful when you're dating somebody and they come into your existence. You got your children there, and now they think that it's their job to discipline your children. I think that's a no-no. When I was raising my boys, I didn't allow anybody I was dating to have anything to say to my children because I wasn't looking for anybody to raise my children at all. I was just looking for a companion. I wasn't looking to marry anybody. But be careful with this because women, they may have one child, two child, whatever, two children, and they want to marry. That can be very tricky. I'll tell you why. Because some men will marry you and you have a child already, but they won't accept that child like it was their child. They'll have you to have their child, and then they will take care of their child and leave this child over here for his father or whoever it is to take care of him. Usually this happens with a woman, if she has children and the man comes in. Men don't want to take care of children that you have already from somebody else. They'll take care of their children. Let me tell you something, ladies. I think that's a terrible idea to have a man to come in there to split your family apart like that. You understand? You got children that's not his, but he wants to come in there and just take care of his children. That's wrong. That's wrong. Because children are innocent. They are innocent. They ain't have nothing to do with you and they daddy or whoever made them. They're here now. And anybody that you bring into your life should be accepting of your children or you don't need them. Why do you want somebody in your life who's not accepting the children you already have, but now he wants you to have other children that he gonna take care of? No. Because children are affected by this. I mean, affected their whole lives by this kind of thing. And there are some children that retaliate. That's why we see on the news and in the paper, children finding guns and killing people. Killing their parents. Listen, people, it's so important that you communicate with your children. Don't just shut them up and make them go someplace while you do whatever it is that you feel like you need to do. If there are children there, treat them like little people. Little people. Let them know what is going on and get their opinion about what is about to happen, if they agree or not. If they agree or not. And if there ever comes a time when you want to introduce your children to somebody you're dating, give the children a chance to decide whether they like this person or not. Because think about it. This person is going to be involved in their life too if the person is going to stick around. It's important that the children like the person. And more important, that you trust the person. I think it's a very bad idea for you to force these people on your children. I think that is extremely selfish on the parents' part to do that. If you love your children and you care for your children, you don't want them to be hurt or abused or destroyed because they don't understand why their parents couldn't get along and why their parents are with other people and all of that. Children run away. There's a lot of runaways because of stuff like this. Children out on the street, they just left home. They just couldn't take it because of things like this. The parents decide they want to be with somebody and they don't care what nobody thinks, not even their children. People, children are very precious. They are gifts to you. All children are gifts, and they should be cherished. They should be taken care of, and they should not be just tossed to anybody that you feel like you want to deal with. I know women who will date a man maybe a week and go off and leave their children with the man while they go off wherever they got to go to work or store or whatever. You don't know this man. You understand? That's why a lot of kids are getting molested, little boys and little girls, by women who date these people and bring these people into your life around your children way, way, way too soon. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You have to know these people or you run the risk of destroying your children's lives. Destroying them. People, I hope that you understand this message. This is a serious message. It's kids out here committing suicide. Suicide. Because their parent decided they wanted to date somebody and the child couldn't handle it. The child couldn't handle it. And if not suicide, the child picks up and runs away and just lives on the street because they don't like that other person that you brought into their lives. Understand? People, I hope that you understand this message. And I certainly hope that it can help someone. Think about it, people. Take your time. Protect your children. Protect them. At all costs. Protect your children. They are the future. They are the future. So you want to make sure that they are good. So, I want to thank you again for supporting this channel. I thank you all for your comments. Let me know how you feel about these messages. And I hope that I'm saying something that can help somebody. That's why I share my experiences with you, so that possibly you won't make the same mistakes that I did. And this message is so important because I want you to to look at your children and just make sure that they are good, that they are protected, that they are okay. And women, don't be desperate to find somebody to help you take care of your children. You go inside, love yourself, and find the strength to take care of your children on your own. On your own. You see? And then if someone comes that wants to date you, you can take your time to see if this person is worthy to be around you and your family. So I think I'm going to say goodbye now. And I'm going to wish you all well and all happiness. And I hope that you take heed to these messages. And I hope to see you next time.